In example 2, we're going to do something very similar to example 1. But this time we have negative 3 plus the log base 1/2 of x. So now we want to take powers of 1/2. So if we think about numbers that we might want to choose, if we use some of our negative numbers could help bring that 1/2 into a whole number. So if we think about it, if we do 1/2 to the negative 2, 1/2 to the negative 2 would be 4. So having x to be 4 is a good choice. We could do 1/2 to the negative 1. Again, that brings it up as just the number 2. 0 is always a good choice, so 1/2 raised to the 0 power would give us an x value, I'm sorry, not 0, but of 1. Let's get rid of that. So that would be 1. And then if we use 1/2, we could raise it to the first power, which would give us 1/2 as a possible x value. Another one, since 2 is a smaller number, if you looked at 1/2 to the negative 3, you could also use 8 as an x value. So you have some options here as you go through and pick your numbers. Then what we want to do is we want to plug it in to find our x value. So we're going to take negative 3 plus the log base 1/2 of 4, which means we're going to take negative 3 plus the log base 1/2 of 4, means 1/2 raised to what power will give me 4, and that's negative 2. So negative 3 plus negative 2 will give me negative 5. So the ordered pair that I have for this problem is going to be 4, negative 5. Then if I plug in 2, I get negative 3 plus the log base 1/2 of 2, which means I have negative 3 plus, if I take 1/2 to what power is 2, that's going to be negative 1. So I have negative 3 plus negative 1, which is negative 4, giving me the ordered pair 2 comma negative 4. Oops. And then if I plug in 1, I get negative 3 plus the log base 1/2 of 1, which would be negative 3 plus 1/2 to what power is 1 would be 0, so the log base 1/2 of 1 is just 0, which gives me negative 3. So I have the point 1 comma negative 3. And then if I do the last one, if I plug in the 1/2, I get negative 3 plus the log base 1/2 of 1/2, which would be negative 3 plus 1. And that's negative 2. And that gives me the point 1/2, negative 2. And then I can go ahead and graph this. If I think about my asymptote is always starting at x equals 0. And since I haven't really shifted my graph anywhere, I'm going to go ahead and leave it right there at x equals 0. If I move it left or right, then that graph will move. And then I have the point 4, negative 5. So that's right here. I have the point 2, negative 4, the point 1, negative 3, and 1/2, negative 2. So my graph looks like this. It's going to curve out this way, and then it's going to ride along that asymptote on its way up. Next, I would like you to do the try this. So go ahead and pause it, and then you can unpause it when you are ready to check your answer. If you did the try this correctly, the ordered pairs that you should have are 16, comma 0, or these are some points that you might have. 16, comma 0, 4, comma 1, 1, comma 2, and 1/4, comma 3. Remember, these are just options. You don't have to have all of these. Unfortunately, the point 16, 0 will not lie on my graph, so I can't use that point to graph, but all you really need are just a couple points in order to get the shape of your graph. So we don't need to plot that one. We have our asymptote here at 0. Then I can plot the point 4, 1, which is right here, the point 1, 2, and 1/4, 3 is about right here. So my graph is going to curve this way and then right along my asymptote as we go up. If you have any questions, please let me know.